Hey there, everybody. It's Jane from Chalk Mercantile and Surface Anthology. How is everybody today on this dark and mysterious Tuesday? It's how it is here today in Connecticut. It's very, very gray. It's in the 40s. Not really winter yet. I hope we get one this year. It's just this really kind of dark day. I think after this, I'm going to make a little fire in my wood stove here. Cozy it up a little bit. There I am. I'm going to share the link with my text group people. All right. Get that out. So I hope you guys are doing well. Today, I want to show you. Let's see if I can get this better view here. I want to begin a Valentine's piece of decor, I guess you could say. And I'm using, it's the same, remember this from Christmas. It's one of these boards. Now, everything that I'm using today, you could find in my shop because people have been asking. And just a little update, those really cool banners that I had the other day from Prima, the canvas ones, those sold out and I can't get them. I've looked. I don't know why nobody's making them. They really were great. But if I ever find them again, I will put them in my shop and I will let you guys know. So I want to make a Valentine's version of that little piece of decor. And my inspiration, look at this piece. I just love it. I just bought this picture. And look at the little cherub, right? Hey, Shannon. How are you doing, girl, with your pink hearts? Hi, Danielle. You guys are just in time. But this is my little inspiration piece. Oops, of course, watch me break it. It's this really fun picture that I bought. Look at the face. I just had to have it, right? But it's so perfect for Valentine's. I'm actually going to get myself some pink roses or tell my husband to and put them in this. Yay, you're excited. I went live, right? Oh, Shannon. You guys, Surface Anthology members, hold on to your hats. Working with one, this is what happens with me, and I'm sure you guys a lot too. We're using, the theme is really... and anybody who's curious about the Surface Anthology membership, because people have been asking me about that too. This is what we do every month, but I decided to focus on textured stenciling using Venetian plaster and some other stuff, and it blew up into this whole thing. And you guys, I feel like there's going to be 50 lessons, but they're short and they're fun because like I found if I did this, then I wanted to do this, and I saw that happen, so I wanted to try this. So it's one of those kind of workshops, and I hope you like it. But Shannon, how cute is this? Hey, Lisa, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Sandy, good to see you. Thanks for joining. I know, this is just too sweet. I just had to have it. It's very fancy. I couldn't find out a lot about it. I know that mark means something, but I don't even care. I just think it's really cute, and I want roses in it. But that's what I was looking at. I'm like, oh, what if I mix up some milk paint and this really, I wanted that delicate pink, right? Which is a little bit brighter on camera. Maybe on this side. But it's a really, really pretty pink. And so I got my Miss Mustard Seed Arabesque, mixed that up, and I love it. It's just a really beautiful, delicate, slightly warm pink, so it's not a purpley pink. Hey, Deborah. Deborah's like, oh my God. Danielle's asking, where do you go to order Amy Howard at Home Milk Paint? The Discana Milk Paint, everybody, is at surfaceanthology.com. And Surface Anthology members get 20% off. So you guys, you can use that code at that website. Also, if it doesn't work, Danielle, as usual, just let me know and I'll refund you, but it should work with no problem. I know the vase is it's too cute, right? I can't resist stuff like that. I had to have it. So this is the Miss Mustard seed, and this is arabesque. This is is it farmhouse white? No, this is ironstone. This white, you guys, is slightly warmer. It's a little bit more yellow than the Amy Howard at Home Toscana Strasbourg white. Okay, so that one is not as warm as this one, but I love this one with the pink. So here's the board, and these are also in my shop. All right, and they're just these really cute little boards. What I want to show you really quickly, you see all this, right? I had to fill holes, these little nail holes, because with this one, I used decoupage. I didn't have to worry about the holes, but since I'm painting it, I wanted to fill them, and I'll show you what I do, because this is really textured. So you just take a little, I'm using my finger, take a little bit of this, press it in like that, and wipe it off. I love this stuff, by the way, Dridex. Oh, and Deborah's saying, on my TV, it looks mauvey pink. It kind of does, right? But yeah, every monitor makes a pink or a color look different. So you see how I put that in there. It's not dry, but what I did, because there's texture and I don't want, I don't want it to be really obvious. We'll see if it worked. I just took my can opener and I went like this to kind of scrape a little bit of it away, because otherwise it fills all the texture of these boards. So let me dry this real fast and we'll paint. Good. And did you all see that my buddies Joni of Weathered Wings, I'm bringing it up, I shared it on my page, and Tammy of Flippin' Furniture, I just found out, just saw this today, they're in a mystery box challenge. So that is, which I saw Joni's first one that she did, and now Tammy's doing it too. They get a box of stuff delivered to them, and they can't open it until they are live, and they have to make something fabulous. So anyway, I put the link for the Facebook group so you could check those guys out. And Tammy's going to be the second one. No, is she going to be the second one? I'm not sure, but anyway, it's going to be good. It's going to be all day too. Hey, Brenda, how are you? You're going to get well, I think you know, right? You're going to get a little surprise in your package. All right, so let's paint. I want to do something before I paint. I'll show you what my idea is. I want to use the Tim Holtz paper somehow. I love this one. And you can see where I've taken out little fussy cuts, we call it, quilters call it. It's scary. It's going to be exciting. But I'm going to use this paper somewhere. And then I want to use, I made this mold this morning. It's still really wet. Deborah saying, did I miss something? What will you do with a picture? Absolutely nothing. I thrifted one months ago. I'm not touching it. This is my inspiration for colors, Deborah. That's all you missed. I wouldn't touch this. I don't paint old, I don't paint antiques, really fine pieces or anything. But I look at Deborah, this little cherub, right? How sweet is that? And it looks like he's having a martini, right? That's perfect. And it's got like a face on it, which you guys know I love faces. So it's kind of my inspiration. I was looking at this and I got the idea to use the pink and the white, and I'm going to add some gold, that kind of thing. Oh, Brenda, you're the best. We've got a lot of Surface Anthology members here today. Yay! So now what I'm thinking for this is I'm going to paint the background in these two colors, put the mold. If I feel like the mold is too big, I'm going to put another one in there. And then I'm going to be adding some gold. And this time I'm using paint, all right? So this, and let me tell you, this is the Metallico. It's called New Gold. And it is, I just love pink and gold together, don't you? My kind of cherub, right? Absolutely. Drinking martinis. It looks like a New Year, doesn't it? I know. And, you know, you guys, as much as I tried to find something out, right, because it's having like a little cocktail, I couldn't. There's grapes, so maybe it's the cherub of drinking, you know, wine, grapes. I don't know. So if anybody finds anything out, let us know, right? So anyway, I'm using the New Gold. This is, you know, a very serious metallic paint, but I love it, and I love this color. There's a whole bunch of different colors. There's one called Old Gold, so it looks more, a little bit more toned down, a little more rich. Oh no, Lisa, hey there. Your lunch break is over. Lisa, come back and watch the replay. All right, because then I'm going to start this project today, and then I'm going to finish at the end of the week. So, oh, I'm glad you could join us even for a couple of minutes, Lisa. And so here it is with the white clay showing through, and I really, really like that. And you guys know me, I might even zhuzh it up more by putting gold leaf over this, just the tops, just hitting the tops for even more added, you know, richness, right? The birds with the pink chest would be gorgeous on that, absolutely. Right? Look at how pretty. I think a lot of them have that pink. And this one's like a really pretty muted pink. I love this paper. Ugh. And I love the size because it's like great for these little projects. Chalice. Right, Brenda. Could be Bacchus, right? Bacchus has a baby. Look. Because the grapes are all down at the bottom. Right? And actually there are grapevines going all the way around. It's crazy. It's like, and these colors are really beautiful. It's like, you know, this means it's something. It's something. This little one is playing a flute or some kind of pipe and is sitting on a string, like not a violin. Danielle, what are those called? Oh, I forgot. But one of those stringed instruments. No wings. Right. So what is that? Cherub. No, this one has wings. Okay, I'm going to keep bringing this out, right? Look, it has little tiny ones. And by the way, this is all done with transfers. The gold is hand painted, but they would have used transfers, which they still do today on China ceramics. So this one you can't see any wings. And I love a little touch of blue with all that. Liar. Yes, right? Is that what that is? Oh, this is great. The paper is, I know, I call him Jim Holtz. Where's the tube? Tim Holtz. There it is. So this one is the Aviary. And I go back to this over and over again. But it's by Tim Holtz. And I have that in the shop too. I love, love, love this paper. So that's my thing. And I brought out all my pink and magenta glitters. I may or may not use them. I don't want them to overpower. But since the gold is pretty strong, it might look really good. And it's for Valentine's, right? I can't see what he's sitting on. It is. It's like a, let's see. See? there's where the strings tune up the neck, and then it's got that big bass. What is that? It looks like something. It's not a harp, because it's like a you know, not the shape of a guitar. You know, I should know. I'm half Italian, and every time you watch an Italian movie, they have them playing that instrument at the beginning. What is that instrument? I think in Moonstruck, have you guys ever seen Moonstruck with Cher? I love that movie. Oh my goodness, I love it. But I know it's in there too. Like a lute, right? Exactly, Brenda. Like a lute. It's one of those kinds of things. A cello or a viola. Cello, I think, would be bigger. A viola, I have to look that up. That's beautiful. That's a good name. We have fun. This is becoming like a vocabulary thing, right, you guys? Oh. Well, anyway, so this is where I'm going with all of this. And man, this looks like real 22 karat gold. It really does. It's pretty amazing. All right, Moonstruck. Isn't it the best? Oh, I love that movie so much. I can't even tell you. And I love the grandfather when he takes the dogs out. He's got like 500 dogs. Oh. And Olympia Dukakis says to him, "Old man, you better not be feeding my food to those dogs." It's the best. All right. I'm using just a small natural bristle brush. Shannon, you have to. Shannon's saying, "Oh my God, I'm going to have to watch Moonstruck again." Shannon, I think I watch it once a year. I'm one of these people. I put it on and I just love it. It's one of my it's like Baby Boom with Diane Keaton. I don't know why, but I love that movie. And it's just the best. The Bard on The Witcher plays one. The Witcher! That's a series, right, Brenda? Oh, I have got to, you know, I gotta watch it. It's probably, it's probably in the top 3 movies, in my opinion. Absolutely. It is so good. It's so well done. And I don't know. I'm half Sicilian. I think, are they Sicilian? I'm not sure if they're Sicilian in the movie. But I can relate to so much of it. And the other side, my dad, the Whittles, very kind of waspy, swamp Yankee, they call them here in Connecticut. And it's, you know, totally the opposite culturally. But I love it. I love that movie. All right, let's get to painting, you guys, right? Henry Cavill, who's that? Is that the one in the Bard? I mean, on The Witcher? Ooh, I have to look this up. All right, I'm using my natural bristle brush, and I'm just gonna play and kind of put this paint down in a very irregular pattern. Let me close my computer because this might splash. And I'm just kind of moving it around. There's some lumps in there. Just ignore those because I whipped it up really, really quickly. And you see when I'm using milk paint, you give it a little, you know, little stir every time you put your brush in. And I'm just moving this around, keeping it wet, right? And then I'm going to just take my brush, rinse it a little bit. He is the Witcher and the best Superman. I got to check that out because I love vampire movies. I love zombie movies, all that stuff. And I saw one film called The Witch. It was terrifying. So I'm going to check it out, Brenda. Didn't Cher win I bet she did, Danielle. Danielle's asking, did Cher win an Academy Award for Moonstruck? She should have. And people don't realize, like, I love Nicolas Cage. I love Cher. I love that movie. But she's such a good actress, right? All right, by the way, I'm blending in some white here. Now, this is really, really wet. You see, I'm pouncing it in. This is so much fun, you guys. right? It looks like clouds. I gotta watch that, Brenda. Now, when you do something like this, my brush is about to pop out. You could kind of move this around. You see what I'm doing, right? Just moving it around. You could let it stand. This is usually what I do because I love that whole kind of dripping down look. But you can also kind of move this around, right? And it starts to blend. And to kind of push that along, you could get your spray bottle if you want to, spray it, right? But I'm just going to grab a little bit of water, rinse my brush just a little bit. And I'm kind of pushing and encouraging this paint just to blend a little bit more. So you see what I'm doing? And you can do this for those of you that don't have chalk paint. You can definitely do this with, that don't have milk paint. You could definitely do this with chalk paint. But I'm just kind of blending it and moving it around like this. And if you wanted to, and then I get different hues of that pink. If you wanted to too, you can grab your sea sponge and push it around more. But that's all I'm doing. I'm going to leave it kind of dramatic like it is, like this, and dry it. All right, I don't want any. Brenda, all I see is your comment at the bottom. He is the Witcher and the best Superman. The pink is Arabesque. Yep, this is Arabesque by Miss Mustard Seed. Isn't it beautiful? And you can't go by, look at how different the sticker, and this is the original Formula one. You can't go by the color on the sticker. I got to get this string under here. But I just wanted to create almost like a pink sky. Now, as I'm drying it, it's blowing the paints around too. And if you've ever watched Joni of Weathered Wings when she does that, what is that called? Those kind of paint pours. She uses a straw, so you can use air to move it around, for sure. Deborah, get out. Deborah, are you kidding me? Deborah just put in the comments, she researched the picture. It's Austrian and it's worth $70? Get out. Thank you, Deborah. Wow. You guys aren't going to believe what I paid for it. Not $70. Wow, that is incredible. Did it say what the company is, Deborah, that made it? All right, if anybody's coming in late, Deborah, you're the best. This is and I do sort of recognize that the 2 over 2 slashes, but I just stopped looking. And this is the picture that Deborah looked up for us. Thank you. There's the face, right? Like a ram man. And there's the cherub having the martini. Oh, Deborah, I am so glad you did. I could not find anything. I was looking on my phone and I was like, oh, where is this? So here is our little base, right? Really sweet. I get more messages and people asking me about milk paint. And this is still really wet. And they're really nervous to use it. My suggestion is get a color and get a bag of white. And then get the smallest, like a pint. And then work on little projects like this because it gets you're comfortable, you're not freaking out because you're ruining a dresser, right? And you can just have fun. And it's so great for blending and doing these crazy kind of paint finishes. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, I'm going to get this real dry. You didn't see that, but there's a vase to mat. I bet there is, right? There's probably more than that also. Oh, Deborah, thank you. All right. Now you can do layers of this. You could do it in a beautiful, if you want to just make a sky, replace the pink with blue, and it looks, you know, just like you're up in a plane, you know, the clouds. It's beautiful. I'm thinking as I look at this, I'm seeing if I put out any other molds. This, well, you could still see the painted background, so I really like that. Now, my comfort zone, and we all have that, something we go to all the time. I love this white clay. I love the white clay. And I'm really leaning on just keeping it white, or I can do something like this where I just kind of hit the high points, and you can see I lay stuff out like this so I can see what the gold is going to look like with that pink, which is it's kind of a really delicate pink. It's not a magenta. And here's just like, you know, I could layer this right in the middle, you know, but I really want to, look at how pretty that is. Wow. But I really want to add this, one of these birds. And this I'm going to do in the next, when I come on live again. It's like these birds, I might be able to fit this bird in there, right? I love layering molds, you guys. You Googled pictures with cherub transfers. Okay, that was smart. I kept just Googling, I don't know what I Googled. Danielle, you can imagine the words I was coming up with. I don't know what I Googled, but it wasn't that. And that's perfect, Deborah. Thank you. Here's a little bird. But then there was that soft pink. This bird really goes. Let me show you. Let's move this over. This bird really goes with this color that I created here, right? Doesn't that look beautiful? So I have to figure this out, you guys. What do you think of the gold? Should I do the gold? Should I go crazy with the gold? I do love gold with pink. I just think it's beautiful. Oh, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. Here's a softer. I applied it softer. Wow. I was at an antique, I think it was the Country Living Fair. Have you guys ever been to it? And a vendor was there, you know, one of the booths, and they had a suite of French furniture in a really, really beautiful, delicate pink with gold, real gold leaf. I was like freaking out. It was so beautiful. It's so feminine. It wasn't a bright pink. It was even more muted than this. It was beautiful. It's like irresistible to my eyes, you know? So you guys, that's it for today. I'm going to let this is still, the little bumps are still slightly wet. I'm going to let it dry. And then I'm going to be back on Friday. And I'm going to come up with something, whether I add a lot of gold, put the bird on, then test the gold. Right. Yeah, I know, Shannon. Because the bird, this has a totally different feel than when you have the gold, right? When you bring in the gold, it's definitely more dynamic. It's, you know, it's like kind of in your face. This is very, very soft and really subtle and really beautiful too. You'd use the soft gold, Deborah. And then you add, you know, these three things together. Very, very soft, really sweet, right? Maybe I need to do another one. But man, when you add like gold, and then I can put something in the middle there. And then, I don't know, this pink, this is, can you see it? It's almost too pink. We'll see, right? We'll see how I feel. You agree with the soft gold, right? Because it's really, yeah. Now, I'm not going to have this mold. This is just an example, you know, just to look. Yeah, that's really sweet. So maybe I'll just hit the high points on this. And, you know, if I don't like it, right, if I take this mold, I put the gold on, and I don't like it, I could just paint it white, go right over it. The gold is you. It is. I love gold. I have a gold problem. So you guys, tune back on Friday to see what I come up with. Be sure to watch, God, what is the mystery box challenge? It's called, it's called the Mystery Box Challenge with Tammy of Flippin' Furniture and Joni of Weathered Wings. They're my buddies over at the Painted Cottage, and we're always chit-chatting about all the fun stuff that we do. And it's Saturday, January 14th, so this Saturday. And it goes, you guys, from 9 until 6. They're all going to be opening up those boxes with, I don't know what, I would be a nervous wreck. Oh my God, but it is pretty exciting. And the Surface Anthology membership. I've been getting questions because I've been kind of hinting at it because it's going to be opening up. I am working on a workshop for it, a challenge. If you have any ideas, let me know. And for my existing Surface Anthology members, if there's any kind of challenge you want to do for February, let me know, because that's when I'm going to offer it. Of course, Surface Anthology members, you get that as part of the membership. But the Surface Anthology membership is a decorative painting, furniture painting membership where every month you get a workshop. You also get a live tutorial, a live Q&A, a discount at the at my Chalk Mercantile shop and Surface Anthology shop, and all kinds of other good things. And you get to hang out with these really super talented, really warm women. And I have to say, they are the best. The work they do is beautiful. They have really great senses of humor. They're very open. Last time we were on, we were talking about using tea stains, and Wendy shared her recipe. So there's a lot of really good stuff going on in there. So check it out for sure. Classy, just a classy chick. Yeah, Deborah. Everybody have a wonderful Tuesday. Thank you again for joining me. I'll see you on Friday. And hopefully this will all gel. Don't be surprised if I have a second one next to it with a different look. All right, everybody.